Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy first day of the 5-day work cycle. Yep. Honey, it's a beautiful day in Chicago. Not hot. I like that shit. All right. Y'all, let's see. Well, Palo Santo's heating up. How was everybody's Father's Day? How was everybody's first day of solstice? Well, I mean solstice. Period. All of that madness. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. It's your girl, Chi-Town Ronnie, here to give you my little terabytes, my little vibe tribe, your emotional and spirit. Hold on, let me do this real fast so y'all can see my shuffle. Here to give you your emotional and spiritual forecast for this fine day of June the 22nd, baby. Listen, yesterday was the first day of summer, but you know, we already through the first month of June, baby. Summer is going fast. All right, y'all saw my shuffle, y'all saw my pull. We're gonna put the card right there. Okay, so yeah, yesterday was supposedly the longest day of the year. It was the summer solstice. You know, that solstice is a very powerful reminder. It is a very powerful reminder that light reveals everything that's hidden or in darkness. And that with light things become easier to see. And that the truth becomes harder to ignore. Have you ever watched somebody in a situation constantly making excuses for shit? They ignore the obvious or keep repeating the same patterns. And all you could think of was like, how the fuck do they not see this shit for what it is? And the frustrating part is that sometimes the people we care about the most are the ones with the biggest blind spots. Yeah. And if we're being real, sometimes we're the ones with the blind spots. And that's the energy that we're working on with today. So with Jupiter entering Leo in just over a week, for the first time since the 1980s, we're moving into a season of greater visibility. We're moving into a season with greater confidence, with greater self-expression, with greater growth. Okay, Jupiter is that planet of expansion. So, but here's the thing: before there is expansion, there has to come awareness. Before there's growth, there has to come honesty. Before we can step into the biggest versions of ourselves, we have to see what's standing in the way. And that's exactly what today's energy is highlighting. Today's transit, we got the Libra Moon interacting with Neptune, Saturn, and Pluto retrograding, and Venus. We got a whole lot of stuff going down right there. So let me break down. Libra wants harmony. Libra wants peace. Libra wants connection. Libra wants understanding. But Neptune can create that confusion. Neptune can create that denial, wishful thinking, and blind spots. Neptune is that planet of magical thinking. We seeing shit that ain't really there. Neptune does that for sure. Now Saturn is that taskmaster of the universe. Saturn wants accountability. She wants receipts. Okay? And then Venus reminds us that relationships are often where our greatest lessons are going to show up. So together, this energy may reveal where someone isn't being fully honest with themselves, or where a relationship has been avoiding an uncomfortable truth. Where is she? The moon. She's asking right now, where are you refusing to see some clarity? Where's your blind spots? Why are you not looking at the shit for what it is? Here we go. Justice right here. Justice is asking, what truth needs to be acknowledged so that balance can come back into play? What truth do we need to know so that we can restore the balance that we need in our lives to proceed further? Where are my cups? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Can you be honest with someone that you care about without losing that connection? This is the energy that we're working with today. Today's energy is going to bring a reality check. It's going to be a conversation or an observation or a realization. Oh, those are bars. You may notice someone repeating the same mistake, making the same excuse, ignoring the same issue, or you may realize that you've been doing it yourself. The goal today isn't about criticism. The goal today is about awareness. Because awareness brings responsibility. Once you're aware of something, you can't go back to being ignorant to the shit. Nothing changes until we see it. One of the biggest... Let me take my time. One of the biggest reasons people stay stuck is because their mind is working so hard to protect the stories it already believes. We spend so much energy, so much time bullshitting ourselves to the point that it's a job for us to keep that storyline going. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like General Hospital, all my children, we're going to keep that storyline going. We're avoiding the truth because the truth is going to require us to change. And that change can feel uncomfortable. And that's why self-awareness is so powerful, because that self-awareness is going to break that cycle. The real growth begins the moment we stop defending a pattern and we start examining it. Not every uncomfortable conversation is an attack. Not every correction is a criticism. Sometimes the people who care about us the most are the ones willing us to tell us what we need to hear. Truth wasn't made to be comfortable. The truth was made for your elevation. Awareness can be one of the greatest gifts in our spiritual journey. Yep. You cannot transform what you refuse to acknowledge. Let me say that again. You cannot transform what you refuse to acknowledge. Today's energy is going to remind us that the truth is not our enemy, and the truth is often the doorway to freedom. Yes, baby, the truth will set you free, but it will piss you off first. Deal with it. And I don't need the ancestors for this affirmation because I got it. We are going to affirm that I am willing to see clearly. I am willing to see clearly. Yeah. Pay attention today. Pay attention to what feels uncomfortable today. Pay attention to the conversations that make you pause. Pay attention to the moments when you feel defensive, and instead of immediately pushing back, ask yourself, is there something here I need to see? Sometimes, baby, you're the problem. Sometimes you can be the problem. And if you need to have a difficult conversation with someone else, start it off with some kindness, but do not abandon the honesty. Don't abandon it. You know, no, listen, start with kindness. But when it gets down to the real nitty gritty, we're not here to actively make anybody comfortable. We're here for the truth. So where in your life are you being asked to exchange comfort for truth? Then you gotta find you gotta find that out. And so here we go. We got the Magic of You Oracle today. And you all saw my shuffle, you all saw my pull. So the card that we got was card number 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. When we break down the numerological aspects of the number 6, we're talking about harmony, we're talking about improvements, we're talking about balance, we're talking about peace, family matters, romance matters, harmony. This card right here, it says Maximus. And it says, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? We're talking about self-abandonment. That's self-abandonment right there, darling. And so so the question is, where are you being called? Where are you being called to stand taller in your own life and set those boundaries? Come here. Where is it? Come here, sir. Come here, sir. We're going to bring the Emperor. Yeah. Leadership, authority, stepping into your own power and owning who you are. Yeah. Yeah. We need to be more confident. We need to be more focused. We need to be more in control. So you stop feeling powerless when you remember the power you already have. That table is empty because you all gave too much. Again, we're talking about a boundary here. And with the card, with the Emperor, traditionally, we're talking about authority, we're talking about leadership, personal power, stability, all of those things. And a lot of people play small because they're afraid of the responsibility that comes within their own power. You ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to do that. It's time to stop second guessing yourself. You know more than you think, and you're stronger than you've been giving yourself credit for. So, again, I don't need the ancestor for this affirmation. We're just going to come out and we're going to affirm today. I stand firmly in my power and I trust myself to lead my life. I stand firmly in my power and I trust myself to lead my life. Quit shrinking yourself, collective. Take up that space. You were meant to occupy that shit. Yeah. All right, babies. Remember your alignment. Your alignment is your assignment. Welcome to your 5-day work cycle. Remember to always ask the universe whenever you get caught in a rock in a hard place. Ask the universe to show you how good it can be. All right, y'all. Have a great 5-day work cycle. Have a wonderful Monday. Bye.